it comes to food, there's coconut rice, coconut chicken, coconut fish. Why that? We speak to somebody who believes that their food cannot go without a touch of coconut in them. Also on our discussion tonight, we'll be talking about lifestyle diseases and also healthy living when it comes to the food that we consume. How can we use food to revert the diseases that we acquire because of the way we live or what we consume? That and much more on this bulletin tonight. Now, remember, you can get in touch with us on our social media handles at Amoy Brian on Twitter at LookUpTV. The hashtag is Food Thursday. Let's get started. Now, the government has upscaled intervention efforts to assist Kenyans affected by the ongoing drought through the provision of assorted relief assistance to the affected families. Now, government spokesperson Colonel Cyrus Oguna said that the distribution of physical food for the month of October 2021 to all the affected counties is in progress. Now, for which he says the government has spent 1.2 billion to procure. Now, speaking on the government's drought mitigation measures, Oguna said that another 1.2 billion has been mobilized for the month of November 2021. He explained that monitoring activities indicated that 23 counties were at risk of being food insecure, and they have been classified into the groups based on the level of risk or of severe drought and the cost of drought response.
Let me just say that these are short-term interventions. The first one is food distribution. You're all aware that distribution has started. I think the other day, about a week or so ago, the former Minister for Devolution, CS Eugene Wamalwa, I think he was in either Wajir or Garissa, and he was able to flag off distribution of food. So distribution of physical food is currently ongoing, and for which this food that is being distributed is for the month of October only. And it has costed the government 1.2 billion to procure. That is for the month of October. I'll give you distribution of that food by counties. Now, for the month of November, again, another 1.2 billion has been set aside to be able to procure food to be distributed. Now, if you allow me, let me give you very briefly the amount of food that has been procured by the government that is being distributed, but also give you a program of that distribution. Maize, for instance, that is 50 kilograms of maize. The government has been able to buy 73,800. These are sacks of maize, 50 kilograms. In terms of rice, the government has been able to buy 77,900. Again, this is 50 kilogram bag of rice. For beans, 50 kilograms, again, 56,000. For vegetable oil, this is a half liter. In terms of cartons, this is 20.
Now, away from that, the Kenya Private Sector Alliance, KEPSA, and the Corporate Council on Africa, CCA, on Monday, or rather this week, signed a US-Kenya trade initiative that aims at upscaling small and medium-sized enterprises. Now, this agreement comes on the premise of a long-standing relationship between KEPSA and CCA, focused on increasing Kenya-US trade and investment. The two organizations have, over the years, collaborated to organize a range of meetings and events, pulling in their respective members based on the initial MOU signed in 2012 and renewed in 2020. Now, the initiative will provide a unique platform to facilitate US and Kenya SME partnership, support women and youth to run Kenya enterprises, as well as US women, minority, and diaspora-owned businesses.
Where people always wonder, where does the resilience of our economy come from? A country where, despite the myriad of shocks that have occasioned over the years, why does Kenya always prove to be so resilient? And that resilience comes from our small and medium enterprises. That resilience comes from what you will refer to as the informal sector. That resilience comes from what many would term in Kenya jua kali. But ultimately, it is that sector that forms the basis of our resilience. It is that sector that actually is the largest single employer in our country. The strength and the resilience of the American economy is also equally based on small and medium enterprises. So bringing this partnership together for these two countries, for these two sectors to partner and to be able to grow together, I believe is a wonderful thing, and I want to congratulate you all for having achieved that.
President Uhuru Kenyatta, who witnessed the signing of that agreement. Away from that, ODM leader Raila Odinga today took his Azimio la Umoja campaign to Turkana. Now, the former Prime Minister took the time to promote his agenda for the youth and calling for peaceful elections. Raila also hinted on some of the things that the BBI had for the youth and counties, saying that Kenya missed an opportunity that would have benefited the nation.
Sasa sisi tunasema yale alikuwa katika BBI, kulikuwa mapendekezo mazuri zaidi. Ilikuwa vijana wapate mkopo ya kuanzisha miradi yao na kula kuripa riba mpaka baada ya miaka 7. Na ilikuwa tunapandisha pesa ambayo inakuja hapa karibu maradufu. Na hiyo vile vile ingewezesha serikali hapa kufanya mambo mengi zaidi. Manake mmeongea na mimi juu ya mambo ya miundo msingi. Niko hapa na mabarabara tupu ambayo amini chungu nzima mmenieleza, ambayo mnataka yatengenezwe. Kama ile ambayo inatoka huko upande ya Uganda, ambayo inapita hapa mpaka upande ya Ethiopia na kadhalika. Yale mabarabara niko nazo zote. Mimi nilikuwa waziri wa barabara na ujenzi. Najua mabarabara zote hapa Turkana. Yale ambayo natakana itengenezwe kwa mara, yale ambayo natakana ipigwe lami, niko nazo. Niko nazo. Hata hakuna haja kwa nyinyi kunipatia mimi. Niko na hiyo kwa kichwa yangu. Na tutaangalia yote tukiwenda kwa serikali. Sawa? Tunataka kuweka Turkana iwe part ya Kenya. Na sasa ile sisi tunafanya mabadiliko Kenya hii, tutapanza upande hii ya juu. Na kila mahali Kenya itainuliwa. Tunataka Kenya itoke kwenye ligi ya nchi fukara, yaelekea kwenye nchi ya ligi ambayo imeendelea. Wachina walitumia mbinu, manake walikuwa na watu mingi zaidi, na wakatumia mbinu ya kuinua watu yao. Na ndani ya miaka 30 Wachina wametoa watu milioni 300 kutoka hali ya ufukara mpaka kwa hali ya utajiri. From poverty to middle income status in 30 years. 300 million people. Tukitumia mbinu hapa Kenya hii, tunaweza kuinua watu milioni 20 kutoka hali ya ufukara mpaka kwa hali ya utajiri. Na hiyo ndio tunaita economic revolution of Kenya, the third liberation of Kenya. na hii imeanza sasa. Mko tayari? Mko tayari? Haya ndio sababu tuna hii utano. Kwanza ni utu. Pili ni undugu. Tatu ni umoja. 4 ni usawa. 5 ni uzalishaji. Ndio vizuri? Sasa nikisema moja, tutasema ni inawezekana. Sawa?
Now, away from Raila Odinga, let's cross the borders with President Uhuru Kenyatta. U.S. Senator Jim Rich has asked the U.S. President Joe Biden to raise concerns over deep corruption in the Kenyan government, ongoing incidences of communal violence, and Kenya's increasing debt from China. He asked that to happen in a meeting that is to happen between U.S. President Joe Biden and President Uhuru Kenyatta at the White House. Now, the two held talks over democracy and human rights protection, economic empowerment, and transparency in local and international financial systems.
The ranking member of Senate's Foreign Relations Committee and Idaho Senator Jim Risch yesterday released a statement asking President Biden to raise concerns over upcoming elections and rising political temperatures in Kenya, together with the ongoing communal violence in Laikipia region. The American politician also asked President Biden to look into matters of the mounting debt owed by Kenya to Chinese government and financial institutions, together with widespread institutional corruption in Kenyan government when he meets his Kenyan counterpart Uhuru Kenyatta. Senator Rich also remarked on Kenya as an important ally to the United States in the international community's effort to fight terrorism, and asked the Kenyan government to use its position as the president of UN Security Council to elevate security and humanitarian concerns in Ethiopia's Tigray region at the UN most powerful decision-making organ. The bilateral talks between Kenya and the US head of states at the White House are the first to be held by President Biden with an African leader. The two presidents meet after a telephone conversation between them earlier in February, in which President Biden committed to fostering diplomatic and economic relations with the East African nation based on mutual respect. Top on the agenda of the White House meeting are the United States and Kenya's effort to defend and protect democracy and human rights around the world, global and regional peace and security, tackling climate change, and enhancing transparency and accountability in the local and international financial systems. Transparency in financial system is a topic expected to raise controversy in the Washington talks today, coming days after the consortium of international journalists revealed that President Kenyatta is among foreign leaders whose families have stashed money and wealth in offshore accounts. Indakwa Were, Look Up TV, Nairobi.
Now, away from that, Apollo Agriculture Group has partnered with APA Insurance Company to provide insurance covers and financial support for farmers around the country. Now, the joint project, which has recently held an event to provide payouts to farmers under the program in Kirinyaga County, is helping tens of thousands of small farmers make the most out of agribusiness.
Ikabaki that one, that two. Nimeshukuru Apollo juu wamefanya vizuri sana.
Stakeholders at Apollo Agriculture say they have been working with small-scale farmers to build much-needed trust between the rural farmers and insurance companies. The partnership between Apollo Agriculture, APA Insurance, and a third organization known as Pula targets to reach 100,000 farmers countrywide, having reached over 70,000 farmers already.
This year we have served farmers here in Kirinyaga, and unfortunately a lot of them were affected by drought. So we work with our partners, Pula and APA, to provide insurance cover to these farmers. And as part of our package that we give our farmers, the whole package includes insurance. So as part of that, today we are here to give payouts to these farmers. We plan to continue working with these farmers. Right now we are doing short trains, recruitment of farmers at the moment here in Kirinyaga and part of the eastern region. We continue to do this and we continue to support our farmers.
We've partnered with Apollo since 2017. We are happy that the journey we started like in one step, where we insured 1,000 farmers, has grown to this extent where we are now insuring over 70,000 farmers across the different regions in the country.
They say their main target is to get small-scale farmers into agribusiness and continue supporting livelihoods. This year alone, the partnership has helped farmers whose farm produce has been adversely affected by drought and lack of enough rains, leading to low yields in many parts of the country.
Basically, our partnership involves working closely with small-scale or smallholder farmers in Kenya, just to support them to improve their productivity and also to support them for continuous agricultural activities. With the current happenings with regards to climate change, it's so unpredictable, and farmers are adversely affected in case of adverse weather conditions. And today we are here because as APA we were the agriculture underwriters in this project, and we are glad because today we'll be making a payout to the farmers affected by drought. And we are here with Apollo and Pula just to show support to these farmers by giving them a payout and show them that it was worth investment.
The project, which was started in 2017, involves designing and distributing insurance covers for rural clients and small-scale farmers.
Thank you very much.
Farmers who have been registered under the insurance scheme say they have reaped great benefits from the project, especially during the tough economic times occasioned by the COVID-19 pandemic.
Pora imenifurahisha sana sababu seasoni iliyopita hakukuwa na hewa nzuri, hatukupata mvua nzuri, kwa hivyo mavuno ilikuwa ndogo, lakini hii kampuni ilitulipa na nimefurahi.
And my message to the other farmers out there that they've got this message or who haven't got message about agriculture insurance is that it's something that they should think of. It's something that they should be budgeting as one of their normal inputs when they are planning for their farming activities.
Waris Kimathi, Look Up TV in Nairobi.
Now, away from that, low voter turnout has been witnessed in Nguru Masumba ward polling stations. More than 11,000 voters were expected to cast their votes today to elect their new ward representatives after the death of MCA Harris Ngoi, who died in a road accident.
After political drums, massive rallies and high political visitation in the land of Masumba ward, the residents are now at the center stage to what is the most critical part of it, voting.
The turn-up that we have seen since morning will continue, and we are hopeful that at the end of the day we'll have a good show from the public in terms of participating in the elections. All our kits are also performing well. We didn't have much incidences of our electronic equipments, not responding well. However, we have noted a few incidences where the voters' fingerprints are worn out, and the kits cannot pick them up. But this is expected in such exercises. You expect a small minority to have such issues, and we have methods of dealing with in the event something like that happens. So generally, so far so good. We haven't really had any incidences of insecurity. The ward is generally calm. The voters are very composed and very organized, and we are happy with the organization so far.
Maybe any comment about the yesterday fracas between Wiper and UDA?
I don't know about it.
More than 11,000 voters are expected to cast their vote today to elect their new ward representative after the death of MCA Harris Ngoi, who died on 15th June in a tragic road accident. Although low voter turnout has been witnessed in the polling station, the ward representative seat attracted 3 aspirants. UDA candidate Daniel Kivuda Musau Esio Mwaiwa Wiper candidate and independent candidate Timothy Maneno, both of them competing for 11,256 votes. The ward has 31 polling stations. The IEBC Kibwezi East Administrative Officer Maureen Ayoro has said that the process started successfully in the morning and they are expecting more people to turn out before the end of the day. Shada Kareria, Look Up TV, Nairobi.
Now, away from that, the government of Kenya and the South African food and beverage manufacturer has recalled the Ceres apple juice brands from South Africa that sold in Kenya and other common markets due to contamination of molds, toxins, leading to a high level of toxicity. Irene Mwangi with more on that story.
According to the World Health Organization WHO, the Ceres juice company brand was detected to have elevated levels of patulin, a fruit-based mold, which when consumed can cause nausea and vomiting. Common market for Eastern and South African COMESA Competition Commission on Wednesday said Pioneer Foods had informed that the affected juice brands were imported and marketed in several countries, including Kenya. The Regional Trading Bloc's competition watchdogs in a statement said that in a view of foregoing commission would like to inform the general public to exercise caution and avoid the purchase of consumption of the recalled product. Kenya Bureau of Standards KEBS had not publicly issued a position on the recall. The South African firm said separately in an investigation had confirmed that a limited quantity of apple juice concentration supplied to them contained elevated levels of patulin, a mold toxin mainly found in rotting apples. The World Health Organization WHO stated patulin, which is classified as a mycotoxin, is a natural occurring toxin created by certain molds that can be found in apples and apple products. The risk of consuming patulin in excess may lead to vomiting and nausea. Irene Mwangi, Look Up TV, Nairobi.
Now, it is alarming the kind of toxins we take with what we consume, and that will be forming the basis of our discussion tonight, where we'll be talking about the food that we consume. How safe is it for us? And when it brings about different health conditions, how can we revert that using food, which is safe food? Now, this is what we do. I'd like to take a short break here, but before I do that, let me just go through some of the comments when it comes to the drought that is ravaging the counties in this country right now. Somebody says the ravaging drought in northeastern Kenya is disheartening. Our communities, being pastoral communities, need a better decision-making lot as leaders. The fruits of devolution have not yet been realized. Now, drought in Kenya puts 2 million people at risk of starvation. There are 47 million people in Kenya. So what are those 45 doing to stop this? That is the question somebody is asking. Now, somebody else says the same influencer of BBI, which was being forced on Kenya. 14 billion estimated for a referendum, but on drought, it's only 2 billion. Okay, that's a question. With drought poorly managed in Kenya, food security a challenge. A government that cannot secure food for its citizens, no, we are off the lane. Those are just some of the comments when it comes to the drought story that we ran earlier. Now I take a short break here on Look Up TV, Food Thursday. When I come back, we'll be looking at our food feature tonight and also the discussion that we are having today when it comes to eating for living. That's coming after this short break.
Business, broadcast your sermon, share birthday wishes, make funeral announcements, produce adverts and documentaries, then book and advertise with us today by calling us on +254 700 893 542 700 893 542 or email us on sales@look-up.tv.
The future of money is simple, like unlocking possibilities with a smile and having the world in the palm of your hand. It's the ability to touch many lives at the same time and turn your dreams into reality. It's forgetting and still remembering. Simple is having everything that you love in one place. From the ticket to your next meal, to your ticket to the next holiday. It's an easy way to ask for a boost when you're low. And keeping track of everything on the go. The future of money is simple, and it's here. Download the new M-Pesa app today.
This November, a gathering of music ministers from all over East Africa. It's Kenya Music Ministers Conference with Mavo Jokes. Theme, the music, the minister, the mandate. Date, Saturday, November 6, 2021. Time, morning session 9 a.m., evening session 5 p.m. Venue, Tabernacle of Grace City of Hope at City Square House behind Kenya Cinema, Nairobi, Kenya. Also ministering, Jackie Kelvin, Rosemary Njage, Size 8 Reborn, Anthony Musembi, Messalina, Promise Prince, Agusan Sunday, Irene Seeger, and many more.
Hi there, music is beyond the melody, the rhythm, and even the lyrics. Music is spiritual. The gospel in this end time will only travel to the ends of the earth, except on the wings of music. My name is Mavo Jokes. I'm an international music minister, an author, and also a teacher of the word. Do not want to miss this meeting for anything wherever you are. I'll see you in Kenya. God bless you.
This conference will also be aired live on YouTube at Mavo Jokes TV. Do subscribe and connect live.
Did you know the world's top icons and legends who have made history are dyslexic? Dyslexia is a learning disorder that is characterized by difficulty in reading due to problems with identifying speech sounds and learning how they relate to letters and words. Dyslexia affects areas of the brain that process language. Symptoms include delayed speech, learning new words slowly, and a delay in reading. These legends made it, and so can your child.
Please make those payments and take dinner out the freezer. Enjoy your day off.
Hey.
How was your day?
Great.
Did you pay the bills?
Abby did it.
And the plumber?
Abby did it.
Send money to your mom?
Abby did it.
Who's Abby?
Bank on WhatsApp with Abby, your 24/7 digital personal banker. Another digital innovation that gets things done. That's Africanacity. That's ABSA.
Did you take dinner out the freezer?
Like, follow, subscribe, click the notification button. Join the Lookup TV movement now. Now.
Today on Food Thursday, we feature Rosie's Kitchen, a food venture that is purely online and has attracted quite a number of clientele. Now, from meal planning and promoting healthy food and diet and reinvention at a time when the country was hit by a pandemic. Her signature is a touch of coconut. Here is that feature. Now, thank you, Rose, for having us here, just looking at what you prepare and featuring Rosie's Kitchen on our show for Thursday, and we see the set that we are already having on the table. Before we get to just trying to, about Rosie's Kitchen, let's first look at what we have. What are we having on the table? What have you set for us?
We can start here. The salad will be the starter.
Okay.
So we have here, we have our salad, and it's got cucumber, red cherry tomatoes, chocolate cherry tomatoes, and the lettuce.
Okay.
And then we did a homemade vinaigrette that has red wine vinegar. It has olive oil, some salt, and some black pepper.
Okay, so why the mixture? Like, is this how a salad is prepared, or this is how you prepare your salad?
I have different recipes for salad, and so this is the one I did what with the ingredients that I had available. Okay. So so I chose to do a green salad and add in the cherry tomatoes. Okay. And yeah, you can see I've introduced the chocolate ones that are now new in the market and are really tasty. And cucumber, of course. And so this can be even a lunch. It can be a lunch for you. It's a full meal.
This is a full meal. The salad itself is a full.
If you add, like, if I added some cheese, some feta cheese, this could be a full meal because it will give you your protein. Okay. And your vegetables. All right. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to the next one.
This here is a basmati rice, and I use basmati because basmati has less starch. Okay. So this is coconut rice, white rice, and yeah. So I recommend a basmati rice all the time because it has less starch. If you want to look into your health, I'd say that.
You said it's coconut rice, right?
Yes.
So why coconut? And I know we are not going to see how it's prepared, but take us through how you come about just preparing coconut rice.
So for me, the ingredients, of course, the rice, the salt, your oil, whichever oil that you prefer to use, vegetable oil, olive oil, and just boil your water, add the salt, you can even add turmeric.
Okay, if you want to.
Yes, if you have the yellow rice. I mean, I'm sure you've seen the yellow rice.
Exactly.
So for me, I added coconut milk, and so that's how I ended up having the coconut rice.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Let's go to the next one.
Here we have a stewed coconut chicken, and in this recipe I've used chicken breast. So I just chopped it in big chunks. And then I have used red peppers. I have used mushroom. Okay.
There's mushroom too.
Yeah, there's mushroom. There's mushrooms here. Okay. There's French beans. All right. And the yellow bell peppers. I love those, and they're very high in vitamin C. Okay. So I love bell peppers. And then this also has added coconut milk, and I spiced it up with a bit of black pepper. Again, black pepper, very high in vitamin C. Okay. And what else did I do? I spiced it up with some garam masala just to give it a twist in the taste. So there's the sweet peppers and some masala that will give it a sweet and sour sort of.
That's a kind of taste. All right. Yeah. All right. Okay. I want to go to
the. Here, this we have. These are cowpeas. For vegetarians, you can always find, there's always something that you can have in your home. So these are cowpeas, and so boiled and then fried in coconut milk also. So all my dishes.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. Like, they have a coconut theme. Like we have coconut rice. The stew here has coconut.
And
exactly.
Then the coconut cowpeas. And so I love the taste of coconut, and so I'll always use it in my food whenever I can, depending on the recipe that I want or the taste flavor that I'm looking for. Okay. Oh, and also one of my other very important ingredient that I've added in the chicken is paprika. I love paprika.
Why?
I like the color. It gives chicken color. It gives it a nice flavor. Okay. So I always add paprika in my
chicken.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, in my food. Most of my food has paprika. So yeah, and so that's cowpeas and coconut. And then here we just have steamed vegetables, cooked, just not overcooked, just we call it al dente.
Al dente.
Just you can feel the crunch. Okay. In the food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the setup. In terms of just serving. Is there a way, is there a specific reason as to why you will serve probably chicken with coconut rice and have a salad there and cowpeas here?
So I'd say start with, like now you guys will we will plate it, yeah? Yeah. So if I was to serve this, let me use this plate. Okay. I'd serve this salad. You can either use a salad bowl and just have it as a starter. Okay. Because in most cases, a salad is usually served as a starter. Okay. And if I had fruits also on the table, you would eat them first not after.
Why is it important to have fruits
because,
first?
If you eat the fruits after the food, when the food gets into the stomach, it finds when you eat the fruits after, you find the food has not digested.
Okay.
So if you eat because they all digest differently, so it will create an acid. And then that's how sometimes you have people burping, you have people having acidity, because of how fruits digest faster.
Okay.
You should go with them fast.
All right.
And also the vegetables, you let them go fast, and then by the time you're eating the food, then the acids, I mean the digestive juices will have already digested the lighter.
Okay. The lighter meal that you had.
Yeah, because fruits just like sort of dissolve because I mean they have a lot of water.
But most of the time people do have fruits after the food, which is normal.
It's just misinformation, I'd say.
So we normally do it wrongly, right?
Yes, we have been doing it wrong, and I'm not saying that I also did it right in my younger days.
Yeah.
This is all things that I have learned.
Yeah.
And especially after doing a lot to do with healthy living and how you can be eating the right things, but they're not working for your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, eating the right thing, but they are not working for your body.
Because you're eating them the wrong way.
Eating
them the
which
wrong way.
brings us to probably there is a formula of actually taking whatever we do to.
Yeah. So for me, especially if you're thinking you want to do anything weight loss, and let's say you've gone and there's a buffet, eat your veggies first. Because when you eat your veggies first, you'll have the feeling of being full. So by the time you're eating the rest of the food, you'll only have space for very little food.
Yeah.
So I always tell people, when you go and you see the buffet, of course it looks very nice. Just go fast, eat your fruit, then your veggies, start with your veggies. So that by the time you're eating the rest, the meats and the and the starches and the carbs, you're full.
Yeah.
So if you're watching your weight, you'll not eat as much as you thought, even though there's a lot of food in front of you.
Okay. Then somebody will argue that is what you recommend most of the time when people probably you go to a function and you find there's a buffet and you want to start with your vegetables. That is the healthy way to start. But somebody will be like, no, I want to feel full first with carbs.
So you eat your garlic and your meat, and then you put vegetables this much.
Because I'm
that's not the recommend. In fact, the way I've served, I should serve
a lot of
my plate should be vegetables, then my protein, then my carbs.
Okay. Yeah. Why that kind of setup? Why should we have lots of vegetables compared to carbs and proteins?
Because you see, so the vegetables, they hydrate your body. They have a lot of nutrients. So you want to eat more of these, yeah. So if you're even treating a cold, or you're watching your weight, eat more of the vegetables. Put half the plate, you have vegetables, then your protein, and then your carbs. You'll find that actually even your choice of plate. Of course, when you go to the buffet, they'll give you a very wide plate. This for me is just for plating today. Okay. But I would recommend a smaller plate, just so that also when you sit, it's so full, you'll be like, I think I've put a lot of food.
It's a lot of food.
Yeah, so it will just also guide you. But also when you do this, you can easily serve more. Start always with your veggies. So once you filled your veggies, then do the protein. Don't start with the starch, then the protein, then the veggies will have a small space. Just do it the way
you've done.
Yeah.
So when I start eating this whatever we have on the plate,
start with your veggies.
I start with the veggies.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Where do we have the cowpeas?
So it's your choice of protein. So
okay.
I
between this and this one?
Either plant protein or animal protein.
Animal protein.
So I was saying,
so
just in case you're a vegetarian,
you can have this one.
And if Edu he doesn't mind having animal protein, I'd say please have animal protein.
I think Edu is a vegetarian, so
yeah. So that's how. I mean, you also when you're having guests, just you don't know.
Exactly.
If you don't know them, just try and do something that
it's a balance. Yeah. So when somebody doesn't have this one,
there's a choice.
Yeah, there's a choice.
Yeah.
Then. Wow, awesome.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Now we've looked at this setup and just what you presented, and it looks delicious. I hope we get to test that.
Definitely. Definitely.
So let's talk about the journey of having Rosie's Kitchen and just how we got here. How did we get to you having this, business?
Rosie's Kitchen.
Yeah.
It's been a passion.
Okay.
When I was younger, I loved to cook for people. So when we had guests, I'd always happily go into the kitchen and help my mom prepare food. No one had to tell me like in a way that upset me. I had to volunteer myself to go into the kitchen.
Yeah.
And like I said before, I grew up in the corridors of a hotel school because my father worked for a hotel school for many years. As in, since I was in primary school till my uni days, we lived in the compound of, So I saw many chefs come and go, being trained. And I just didn't feel at that point that was what I wanted to do.
Okay.
So I went to university and studied international relations and journalism and worked. I did the 8 to 5. I was happy. Yeah. Then after my last job, I worked in Southern Sudan and I came back home and I was like, you know what? I want to do something that will give me freedom, will give me time to spend with my family.
And something that you love.
And something that I love. Because I think we all want to do something that we love.
Exactly.
And also we can translate it to be, we can monetize it. So when I used to do like just healthy stuff for my friends and be like, why don't you monetize it? And that was the idea. That's when it was born. Yeah. And so in 2014.
So you used to do healthy, like you planned.
Yeah, I would serve. I would give my friends would say, can you drop like sandwiches at the office, and I'd do a nice healthy sandwich. So I'd get the salad, get the bread, and do a very nice healthy sandwich.
Because they understood they had tested whatever it.
But it wasn't coming from. At that point, I was not thinking of just healthy living. I just found myself leaning more
on that
to
side.
do things that are healthier.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a calling.
I believe it is. I believe it is a calling.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from there, then how did we now, from dropping probably just your friends telling you, can you drop something? Can you come with a sandwich? Now, how did we
get... In 2014, Rosie's Kitchen now was born. Formally
2014?
2014.
Wow.
As I had said earlier, as in I started doing weight loss meals for corporate clients who were too busy to do their meals. And so I came in as a service provider. So I would buy the ingredients, weigh the ingredients, cook the ingredients according to the specifications of the program, pack them, label, and have my delivery guy go door to door and drop to our clients. And that business grew in leaps and bounds, and it was very successful. I'm very grateful for that. And so when I saw that happening, I was like, I guess I shouldn't leave the healthy lifestyle, side of food. And so I continued and it grew. I set up now the bakery side of the business where we do gluten-free cakes, samosas, chapatis. So that grew. That has been happening and it's grown, and my customers know me as the person who will give the gluten-free. I can do the others, but they know if you want the gluten-free one, please just ask Rose to do it. And so we have that business. It's continuing, and we also have in-house chef services where we come into your home. You give us your specifications of what you want. We will do the meals, pack them. Maybe you're a corporate and you don't have time to do your meals. We have clients who are busy moms who don't have time to make meals for their children and they want healthy meals. So we go in, my chef goes in and we do the meals, we pack them, label, and we leave. And so we go week by week. You call us, we come. So we have specific days that we go to a particular client, and then so that we can, we plan our calendar. And and then what else? What else are we doing? we have a granola, a breakfast cereal, that was born in 2020. It was a COVID baby, I'd say. We decided now for families are spending more time at home. Can we give them breakfast solutions, a healthy breakfast solution? So we have a breakfast granola, and so Rosie's Kitchen is.
Rosie's Kitchen is, you mentioned quite a lot of things, and it's mostly about healthy, it's a healthy meal and all, like just looking at weight loss and all that. Then why so much? Because somebody can start a food business.
Yes.
And they'll not focus mostly on the health part.
Yes.
So why so much about health? Why that is, I think, one of the things that actually distincts you from.
Yeah, from others. I'm drawn to longevity. Like I said before, I want you to live until you're 102, 105, and you see your children, your grandchildren, and your great-grandchildren. That's, for me, is my vision, to help families live healthier lives, you know? And then there's a lot of, a lot of factors that have even made me think of the healthier side. The lifestyle diseases. Now it's more and more diseases that we used to hear people in their 70s, 80s having. Now people are having even in their 30s, in their 20s. I've had clients who are either obese or they have diabetes and they're in their 20s. And, you know, so for us to change that, we have to think of our health.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's, you know, our bodies don't have spare parts.
They don't.
They don't have spare parts. So yeah, so if you have to treat your body right, you have to treat it. You know, it's I don't even know how to explain it. You know, it's very valuable. So, and then you will know that you know how well you have treated your body when you fall ill, and the disease that you have you can't even fight the bacteria or the virus or whatever.
And
so
probably the only thing you can start doing is controlling it and living your life on medication.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So we are all about healthy living.
We are all about healthy living. Rosie's Kitchen is about healthy living. And even recently, in the maybe last 2 months, we launched a health and wellness program, which is called R3 Health and Wellness Program. And the 3 R's stand for recognize. So you have to recognize that you need to take charge of your health. Then you have to revitalize. To revitalize is to bring back your body to the
the way it was.
The way it was when I was in my 20s, not the same way that I am right now. So there are some things that I've had to change in order to live a healthy lifestyle.
Okay, wow.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rose, for having us. And just, like I said earlier, we're going to have a test and just, you know.
Yeah, sure. Definitely.
Take a test, or just test what
for sure.
Has to offer.
Definitely.
Yes.
You are very welcome.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Rose is a health and wellness coach. Now, on the other side of this break, I think we are going to be talking about that. Just how can we live healthy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you have the tips to give us. No?
Definitely. I have a few to share.
Yeah. So on the other side of this break, we'll be talking about healthy living. What is it that we can actually eat to be healthy in terms of those people who have lifestyle diseases? Is there a meal that we can actually take and revert whatever? Something like that, right?
And enjoy.
At the same time, you're enjoying and also trying to, you know, like she said, longevity. That's
yes.
what she looks at.
Yes.
So my name is Brian Amwai. This is Food Thursday. I'll see you on the other side. Now we take a short break here on Food Thursday. When we come back, we'll be talking about healthy living, looking at some of the conditions that that come as a result of what we consume and how we can revert that using food. We'll be talking to a nutritionist on that. Stay tuned.
Business, broadcast your sermon, share birthday wishes, make funeral announcements, produce adverts and documentaries, then book and advertise with us today by calling us on +254 700 893 542 700 893 542 or email us on sales@loop-up.tv.
Welcome to Look Up Guest House, Retreat and Prayer Center. When you first come in, we will be happy to receive you at our reception, then proceed to our cozy and well-equipped accommodation facilities. We aim to provide our guests with a unique, comfortable, and worthwhile experience. Here at Look Up Guest House, we provide our guests with a continuous supply of room amenities. A cool environment for all your retreat activities.
Look Lookup Guest House, Retreat and Prayer Center. For reservation, contact us on info@lookupguesthouse.org or call us on 0746 788 707.
This November, a gathering of music ministers from all over East Africa. It's Kenya Music Ministers Conference with Mavo Jokes. Theme: the music, the minister, the mandate. Date: Saturday, November 6, 2021. Time: morning session 9 a.m., evening session 5 p.m. Venue: Tabernacle of Grace City of Hope at City Square House behind Kenya Cinema, Nairobi, Kenya. Also ministering: Jackie Kelvin, Rosemary Njage, Size 8 Reborn, Anthony Musembi, Messalina, Promise Prince, Agusan Sunday, Irene Seeger, and many more.
Hi there, music is beyond the melody, the rhythm, and even the lyrics. Music is spiritual. The gospel in this end time will only travel to the ends of the earth, except on the wings of music. My name is Marvel Jokes. I'm an international music minister and author and also a teacher of the word. Do not want to miss this meeting for anything wherever you are. I'll see you in Kenya. God bless you.
This conference will also be aired live on YouTube at Marvel Jokes TV. Do subscribe and connect live.
The future of money is simple, like unlocking possibilities with a smile and having the world in the palm of your hand. It's the ability to touch many lives at the same time and turn your dreams into reality. It's forgetting and still remembering. Simple is having everything that you love in one place. From the ticket to your next meal, to your ticket to the next holiday. It's an easy way to ask for a boost when you're low. And keeping track of everything on the go. The future of money is simple, and it's here. Download the new M-Pesa app today.
Did you know the world's top icons and legends who have made history are dyslexic? Dyslexia is a learning disorder that is characterized by difficulty in reading due to problems with identifying speech sounds and learning how they relate to letters and words. Dyslexia affects areas of the brain that process language. Symptoms include delayed speech, learning new words slowly, and a delay in reading. These legends made it, and so can your child.
Like, follow, subscribe, click the notification button. Join the Lookup TV movement now. Now.
Now, thank you for staying with us again here on Lookup TV Food Thursday. Now, in our discussion tonight, we focus on eating for healing. Now, most of the time, we have been told that what we consume could be poisonous, and in most cases, it is. From the fast food that we take to how we prepare our meals. Now, with that comes health conditions that see us spending a lot of time and money in and out of hospitals. The question is there a way we can revert this? Can we use food to heal ourselves? I spoke to Rose Mkoji, a health and wellness coach, on that, and here is that interview. Now, on this side of this discussion, you're talking about healthy living. You are a health and wellness coach.
Yes.
Talk to us about healthy living and some of the things that probably we do before we get into how do we revert conditions that we've created for ourselves when it comes to just what we choose to eat. What are some of the things that we do when eating and just living that are dangerous and could actually harm us in the long run?
So healthy living is very broad. And it goes from your mindset, and then now your body, and then even your soul, how you perceive even yourself. Do you accept yourself the way you are, or you're very hard on yourself? You have to start by the point where you say, this is how I am, and accept and say, I am beautiful the way I am.
Exactly.
And when you start there, and when you accept the way you are, even if you say you need to lose some weight, just take yourself, be easy on yourself. So I usually say it starts from your mind.
From your mind.
And that's very important. When you start from there, it will be very easy to go and start thinking about the right foods. So for me, I teach healthy food choices. Yeah? There's nothing wrong with having chocolate cake once in a while.
Okay.
You should not deny yourself, because when you deny yourself something that you really want, and you're craving for that thing, the time when you will get it, you will overdo it. So if you see like there's dessert after dinner, have it. Just don't, I mean, because you're not doing it every day, just go ahead and have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't deny yourself.
You should not deny yourself. In fact, my teachings in our program, we teach that you eat we don't have any restrictions. We just make healthy food choices.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So what are some of the things that we get in your program in terms of just advising people when it comes to healthy living?
So our program, the R3 Health and Wellness Program, we start with a pantry makeover. And what I mean by a pantry makeover is your food, the food that you have in your kitchen. Have you made healthy choices? So we start there. We come to you, or you can even just send us a list of what you already have in your pantry. And we will tell you, okay, so these are you're not gonna achieve your health goals if you continue eating these.
So somebody has to have a health goal, exactly.
What are your goals? So we teach health goals, but first we start with a pantry makeover. So we give you a list of what we recommend that you should have in your kitchen to have healthy meals. And so when we do that, then you'll be very conscious even when you go shopping. You'll be like, this is good for me. And then even ask yourself, must I have that? Stop and ask yourself, when you go to the aisle that has ice cream and you really want to have a tub of ice cream, ask yourself, must I have that? Because you already have written down your health goals. Because we go through, we ask the clients to write down a set of health goals that they have. And so when you have that, every time you will go and you see whatever it is that you really want, you can have some, but you can't have so much of it. But then also, if you're really determined and committed to your health goals, you'll ask yourself, must I have that? And when you stop and think, and the answer most of the time will be, nah, I don't really need that.
Okay, so now we've had cases, especially now that, and earlier I think we mentioned something to do with lifestyle diseases, and just trying to change that, because I was talking to somebody and they were mentioning about eating for living, or something to do with eating like for healing, something like that.
Yes, because food is medicine, and I believe in years to come, because back in the day, the days of our grandparents, our ancestors, they ate food as medicine. As in, they used food as to cure different conditions. Yeah? And so I believe that one day, with a lot of information and education, we will go back to where we were, to where we were, because it's our ancestors. And I believe yes, that food, because if you read, even when you go to a pharmacy and you read some of the medicines that they will recommend, your doctor will recommend to you, sometimes you find, like, say they have, I've seen something that has banana leaf extract. I mean, why don't I just go and get the banana leaf and extract whatever it is? Maybe I need to boil it, maybe I need to dry it and get the powder, and banana leaf extract is something that is recommend. Even they have tablets.
Okay. Oh, they do?
So there's so many things that we can use, and we don't necessarily have to go for the medicine.
Okay. So
but it has to be under doctor's advice, because, you know, of course, I am not a doctor. And so I will not tell you, stop using your high blood pressure medicines and let's eat this way. I will teach you how to eat better. I will teach you how to make healthier food choices. But I will not also tell you to stop the medicines that you've already been given. But you can reduce what you're taking eventually by following a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, because I think it has been argued that most of the time we take a lot of medicines and it's toxic, or rather.
They do actually even shut down some of our organs in the long run. Okay. So what I would say, even while you're taking the medicines, make better choices in terms of food. Eat better, do some exercise. You don't have to, it doesn't necessarily have to be the gym kind of exercise. You can walk for 30 minutes. You can stand and sit, and that just some movement of your body will mean that your blood will be pumping, you know? You can even be in your living room and do some jumping jacks, something. But so long as you get your blood pumping, and then there's more oxygen flowing in your body, I mean, there's definitely something that will change. There will be a shift in your body, and you'll start creating a healthy body in that way. Okay. You don't have to go to the gym. I'd say if you're starting, start walking. 15 minutes, you can do a brisk walk, or you can start slowly, then start walking briskly, you know, faster, more steps, and longer, maybe for half an hour. Then one day you'll do an hour. You don't even necessarily have to run. You can just be walking every day. Every day. And I would say, for me, I recommend half an hour.
Half an hour?
Yeah.
Or just walking?
Or walking.
Okay. Yeah. Let's talk about you being a health and wellness coach. What are some of the cases that you've been able to receive in just probably people wanting to be guided when it comes to living healthy?
We have just recently launched, but our clients have transitioned from maybe different weight loss programs that they've been on, but now they just want now to include their families in eating well, eating healthy, starting from the kids, because it's easier to train them from when they're young. You know, if you introduce the vegetables when the children are younger, when they grow older, you will not have a lot of, you know, arguments in terms of you must eat your vegetables, you must drink a lot of water, you must, you know, they will be, you train them from when they're young. So right now we're having a lot of people requesting that we go into their homes to just teach them how to lead a healthy lifestyle and encompass the whole family, include the whole family, so that everyone can learn. Yeah.
So let's talk about lifestyle diseases and how to, you know, come about in just changing. If somebody was probably suffering from a lifestyle disease, let's say high blood pressure, you know, hypertension and all that, and they've come about because of just the kind of things that we choose to consume, what would you recommend in terms of probably having a diet that will make it better for them in the long run?
I would start by asking, okay, of course you have to have a background of how they ended up where they are, and then you pick it up from there. So what I would say is that hydrate. One, when you drink your recommended amount of water, you remove toxins, you remove bacteria, you remove you help your body remove the unwanted toxins that are in there. So I'd always say start with hydrating, because you know water is recommended, and water is even medicine on its own. And then what I would also say is that change your eating habits. Just take stock of what you're doing and see what you can change to make your life better. Because you want to be, like say, let me give you an example of, say you're a CEO at your company, and then now you want to be productive, but you see your lifestyle, how you eat, even you skip meals, you're not even drinking water. When you have an opportunity to drink something, it's a soda or it's caffeine, so there's no water even. So you know now you feel fatigue, you feel you're not energized. You know, you get stressed because now things are not working in your body, so they come out on the outside in form of stress, low energy, you're not even sleeping properly because you're not taking care of your body. So there's so many things that you can do to change and even reverse in most cases. As in, you can even reverse conditions even with food. Eat a lot of vegetables. And even if you can have an opportunity of eating a lot of raw vegetables, because even they are higher in nutrients, but some of them are not even recommended. So for some of them that we also teach, some of them you can eat raw, but to get the benefits, you have to cook them a little, like carrots. Carrots are really good, as in they give you bitter carrot. But to help the body digest the nutrients found in carrots properly, you cook them a little.
So in most cases, when you go to houses and just people having a meal and all that, I trust that probably you visited some of the houses in terms of...
Yes, I
exactly.
I do client calls, because sometimes my chef and I both do the in-house chef services.
Exactly. So when you go to someone's house and probably want to change people's meal, you look at some of the mistakes they do. What are some of the mistakes that people do when it comes to just preparing a meal that is going to be healthy for you and your entire family? And when you get there now, you start looking at that and you decide,
now I get in there and that's where now I go into your pantry and I'm like, okay, so I'd ask them, do you mind if I check what's in your pantry? So see, I'll open, I'll see wheat flour, I'll see cooking oil, I'll see salt, I'll see soy sauce, I'll see Royco, I'll see all these things. And then I will just start by educating you. Of course, you don't remove everything at once. You need to transition people. I mean, I don't have a right to just come into your house and tell you need to remove all these things. No. I give you the education, or I tell you this ingredient is very high in sodium, and for us to help you live a healthy lifestyle, I don't recommend that you use this ingredient in your food. I can recommend that you use, say, this, because this is natural, and I'd even say, like, my example is like tomatoes. Tomatoes have some salt in them. Before you add salt in your food, taste it, especially after you have seasoned it. If you've used black pepper, what else, your parsley and whatever, and your dried herbs, taste the food before you add salt, and do it last. So before you add the salt, put the other seasonings first, and go as natural as possible. If you want the fresh herbs, use the fresh herbs in plenty. If you want the dried herbs, use those and in plenty. Then add salt in the end. So I will just recommend, I'll tell you, this is, when you use this is, what it does to your body. But if you can change to this, and it's natural, it's easily available. Because for us, we recommend things that are easily available in your market, in your, everywhere like you go, yes. If I say, like, have sweet potatoes for breakfast, and I teach you how to cook them to preserve their nutrients, I tell you bake them. Because when you boil the sweet potatoes, when you pour out the water, you're pouring out the nutrients. So
sometimes it's just even the way we prepare this.
So you're eating empty, I would say, like, empty calories, because now you've poured the water, you poured the nutrients. So I always teach my clients to bake their sweet potatoes.
So that's what you're saying. At least at times you could be like, you're eating the right thing, but it's not.
But you're cooking it the wrong. Yes, we're cooking it the wrong way.
Wow.
Yeah. Or we are overcooking it, and then now we're not getting the nutritional value for it. Yeah.
Talking about sweet potato, I didn't know that if we could actually boiling and pouring the water,
you're throwing out the nutrients.
So then how are we supposed to be having it?
So you see, like, even if you go up country, you'll always find your grandmother putting it under ashes, and it cooks.
Yeah.
You've seen that?
Yeah, I've seen that.
They were actually baking it. Then we came here to the city and we said, do we boil it? Because now we don't have the ashes. No. Yeah.
Sometimes I think here in the city, I've seen people roast it. Is it?
Yes. You see, because you're not boiling, because when you boil, you're throwing away the nutrients. So you're preserving the nutrients when you cook it with dry heat.
Wow. So then most of the time when you're taking sweet potato, when it's boiled, it's not...
You've not eaten... You've eaten. Yes, you've eaten.
Going to be full,
yeah, you'll be... Yes.
It's not...
Yes. So my recommendation is either those ones that are roasted, either if you have the opportunity of putting them under ash, or if you have an oven, use an oven and bake them. Half an hour, your sweet potatoes are good to go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about, you mentioned something to do with salt, and why is salt a bad thing? People use salt for.
You just have to use enough salt. You don't have to, you see, like for me, when our meals are cooked at home, we don't add salt after. Whether it's enough, or you feel like it's enough, if whatever I put, I'd say, and if you must use this, now at least we have healthier salts that are available. And so you can, those pink salts and whatever, those you can add at the table. But I always say,
pink salt is healthy?
Yes.
Is it pink in color?
It is pink in color. So, and then it's like raw.
Somebody that's not used to that will look at the color and say, this looks like it's not healthy.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying a lot of, for us to change our lifestyle, there's a lot of education that we have to
go to.
Yes,
Awesome. Something else I wanted to mention. Now, just recommending you, if me, Brian, comes to you and say, now, Rose, I want a meal plan for me. That is, probably I am diabetic, which I'm not. Probably I have a condition, healthy lifestyle, probably they have been living, and I just want to revert that condition. What sort of meal plan would you advise in terms of for breakfast? This is what you can have for lunch. This is what you can have, and probably for dinner, or rather supper. This is what you can have.
Okay, so what I would say. So for most conditions, and especially diabetes, you really don't want to go against what the doctor has said about this person, because you actually don't know the extent of anything. But you can recommend them to change a lot of things in their food. So maybe you can recommend a high fiber diet. You can recommend that they remove, like people who eat a lot of potatoes and they're diabetic, you tell them, English potatoes, please just remove those from your diet. Because, I mean, they're just, you're creating, what do you call, the sugar levels. You're spiking the sugar levels. So you don't want them to continue having food that spikes their sugar levels. And then now they start feeling unwell. So you help them remove, you ask them, what are you guys eating right now? And now I tell them, so a healthy alternative is this. Like say if you want to remove rice from your diet, or even chapatis as part of, you want to go out of wheat. If you can't get anything that is gluten-free, because now gluten is the reason why most people even, have weight issues and whatever. So if you can't get anything gluten-free, you can go for different, foods that are recommended that you can have as a meal. Like even why I use sweet potato as a big example is because sweet potato has both carbohydrates and protein. So it's a full meal. If I have sweet potato with my vegetables and a protein, okay, let's say an animal protein, that's already a full meal because sweet potato is that healthy. So I'd just tell you, remove some of, if you're drinking a lot of soda, let's remove that, drink more water. Whatever you do, you must hydrate. Eat a lot of fruits, eat a lot of raw vegetables, eat vegetables, whether cooked or, I'd say just switch and you will see. It will just happen.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you very much, Brian.
That's it for us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, that was a discussion on healthy living. How can we use food to revert the health conditions that we have, that have come about as a result of poor choices of what we consume. And I'll take one last comment here before we go on the story that we ran earlier on drought. Dear Kenyans, please ask politicians about their climate and environment agenda. Energy access, etc. Drought is now a national disaster in Kenya. We are in a climate emergency. We need good leadership to face it. What are they doing now? That is the question somebody is asking. Now that does it for us here on Food Thursday. Thank you so much for making time for this bulletin and being with us here. I want to thank everybody that has made this bulletin a success, from our able reporters, the technical team, to you, the viewer, for watching. Have yourselves a lovely night. My name is Brian Amwai.
We value your feedback and welcome your complaints about our programming and operations. Feel free to get in touch with us through 0700 893 542 or send us an email to views@look-up.tv. We can't wait to hear from you.
Want to grow your business? Broadcast your sermon, share birthday wishes, make funeral announcements, produce adverts and documentaries, then book and advertise with us today by calling us on +254 700 893 542.
700 893 542.
Or email us on sales@look-up.tv.
The future of money is simple, like unlocking possibilities with a smile and having the world in the palm of your hand. It's the ability to touch many lives at the same time and turn your dreams into reality. It's forgetting and still remembering. Simple is having everything that you love in one place. From the ticket to your next meal, to your ticket to the next holiday. It's an easy way to ask for a boost when you're low. And keeping track of everything on the go. The future of money is simple, and it's here. Download the new M-Pesa app today.
Oh,
hi. Oh, the script. I have been trying to edit this script for such a long time. It just doesn't seem to make so much sense. I mean, bogs, shouldn't that be dogs?
Could this person be dyslexic? Yeah, because we could have a genius amongst us. You know, like Whoopi Goldberg, Tom Cruise, even Muhammad Ali was dyslexic.
When my son was in pre-primary, I learned or I realized that he was not reading like other students.
As the government of Kenya starts rolling out the CBC learning curriculum, the learning of special students like those living with dyslexia here in Kitengela at Rare James School has been going on for years.
I am Nancy Nalima, and this is Trending News.
You see, we are all different. We have different hair textures, different body types. We enjoy different types of food and also different forms of entertainment. So, why should it be that we expect everyone to think and learn in the same way? Why? That is why all of us right here at KM Lookup Media share a golden perspective that persons with dyslexia simply reflect an island of weakness in a sea of strengths. And in this month of October, we want to join the rest of the world, and we choose to be counted amongst those standing with them. KM Lookup Media, Ngasimama with persons with dyslexia. Go red! Go red for dyslexia!